Joe Rogan is now apologizing after videos resurfaced of him using the N-word multiple times on his podcast, Patriot Takes, which put the video together as an organization that aims to expose extremism on the far right. The video is an edited compilation of different podcast episodes, and we have to warn you, this is very disturbing to hear.
Like, you know,
the thing.
Yeah. Saying the word
You've already said
is just like saying
she's calling you a like this boy that he's a but starts calling them
word. There should be a word like especially like the word that's our about he says guy and then starts saying allowed to use the word out the word see word say and he couldn't say
Just unbelievable. Let's bring in CNN's chief media correspondent, Brian Stelter. Brian, what is Joe Rogan now saying?
He is now apologizing, and we're going to find out if that's enough for Spotify, the company that has an exclusive distribution deal with him. Jim, this is all coming to light because of the recent controversy about anti-vaccine rhetoric on Rogan's podcast. Some artists decided to quit the service. One of them, India Ari, pointed out this video, this compilation video, and pointed out that the language Rogan has used around race in the past is just as, or maybe even more problematic than his rhetoric about vaccines.
What's up? What's up? It's Lord Mav, representing the Black Moon Pack, Real Nigga News. I'm over here trying to talk about this Joe Rogan shit, right? Because you know I done already said, if you listen to the previous podcast, shit only got 3 listens right now. But if you listen to that previous podcast, you know, I'm letting y'all niggas know that Spotify just added some rules to being on a platform. It's not terms of service, you know what I'm saying? It's not a change in the agreement to terms and conditions. They just added rules on top of what was already agreed upon. That's wrong as hell, and the shit is fueled by Joe Rogan shit, right? So now, of course, you know, since they all trying to block freedom of speech, and you got regular ass people trying to basically put somebody else's money in jeopardy because they don't like what they talk about. That's what you see when you see the Joe Rogan shit. So now, what just surfaced? A compilation of Joe Rogan saying the word nigga. He's just saying the word, right? But what is it? Remember I said, if you paid attention or if you listened to the last podcast, what I said is that Spotify, one of the terms or one of the new rules that you have to follow is you're not allowed to take anybody else's content, chop it down to a specific point, and then try to change the meaning of what's being said. That's one of the rules, right? What's going on with this? I just watched a video of Joe Rogan saying the N-word, but it's all 1-second clips. It's all him saying the N-word. What you don't get to hear is what came before that. What's the context of this clip? So if you coming through and you saying, oh, he said the N-word 40 times over the course of a bunch of years. If you saying he said the N-word a bunch of times over the course of a few years, this is wrong. But what is he even talking about? With one of the clips, they left in a couple seconds of what he said after, and it seems like with that one specific clip, what he's talking about is the use of the N-word. Who is allowed to use the N-word? He's not calling anybody a nigga, because that's what should be the problem. It's a word. This is the problem, and this is where we get into the real thing. Like I said with Cuomo, right? With Cuomo. Niggas just be sitting on information, waiting for a point where whatever they want to happen don't happen. So now here's something that might get some consequences to that person. Where does this even come from? A compilation of a man saying the N-word with no context to it, while Spotify is also making new rules saying that you're not allowed to chop somebody's stuff down and give a false representation of what they were saying. What's the context? Do y'all niggas even care? Of course not, because y'all done deemed it in y'all mind that certain words shouldn't be said by certain people regardless of how they using it. That's pure nonsense, man. That's pure nonsense, and y'all will understand that. So here's the thing. They couldn't stop Joe Rogan from being on Spotify in general. That was it. They didn't want him on Spotify. They thought it was going to be COVID. You say COVID-19. You say he's spreading misinformation. You say he's spreading disinformation. You don't explain what he said specifically to say that he's spreading misinformation. Spotify didn't kick him off the platform immediately, which is what everybody, what all the social justice niggas wanted, right? Or the medical justice niggas. That's what they wanted. He didn't get that. So now it's time to just make a compilation of him saying the N-word. Just saying it. No context involved. Like I said last time, they do the shit to you. You know what I'm saying? But let you do that shit. Let you do that shit too. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. It's pure nonsense. If you think this man is racist, then go look at his podcast. Listen to it. See what he's talking about. If you think Joe Rogan gets up on any platform and makes definitive ass statements about anything, I done seen Joe Rogan skate around a bunch of shit. Why? Because his main purpose seems to be to bring conversations to people. Intelligent conversations about important topics, and to get a well-rounded view of what's going on in the world. Can't catch him on one thing, and you're going to start putting up a compilation of him just saying the N-word. It's real nigga news. That's all I really got to say about Joe Rogan. Y'all niggas is clowns. And they slowly going to take away these, they going to find something. They going to find something. And what they not going to do is play the whole damn clip. What they not going to do is play 1 minute. They don't even got the decency to play 1 minute before or 1 minute after. They going to play the word. That's it. You know what I'm saying? I can say right now, Hitler killed Jews. You know what I'm saying? And once I get famous, if I'm still talking about stuff that they don't want me to talk about, I bet you this recording right here is going to be clipped up, and they're going to take the Hitler out, and all you're going to hear is me say, kill Jews. And then everybody on the news is going to be, oh, look, Lord Mav said kill Jews. And I'm going to go, I got the audio. Did you play the 1 second before that statement? You know what I'm saying? Did you play the entire statement? How the fuck do you play one piece of somebody's statement and go, look, this racist? That's crazy, son. But yet, you supposed to get on Spotify and make sure you don't, and you know what they talking about? They talking about the news. They don't want you to take the news, right? And take a clip and give people an idea about what they talking about, just like they do. Y'all watch out, man. It's getting crazy out here. I'm always with Joe Rogan. That nigga be talking about some real shit. A lot of topics came to my brain space that would have never been brought to me if I was only looking at the mainstream media for the nonsense that they push, right? I'm out. Peace.
Niggas hit you with that anesthesia, put you to sleep, bruh. You know it's the killer nigga woods where we creep, bruh. You know that my danger they could push like a Jeep, bruh. Catching niggas for days, no rest, Mav the Reaper. Muscle memory in my cells, clap like a sleeper. Swim through money, I need a cell, these rivers deeper. My niggas got bars, no better when shit go heater. Hammers banging, we bleed, your bodies everywhere, FEMA.